I was waiting for you.
Baby, now we got bad
Are you ready?
I'm ready whenever you are.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Guys, are you ready for the review yet?
Oh yeah, we're ready. Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's just
what?
professional, like we know what we're doing.
Okay.
Let's begin this.
This video was brought to you by Live Nation. Hey Coogs, I'm Kiyan Badkoubeh,
I'm Sol Carlos.
and welcome to Coog Cinema Reviews. Today, we'll be taking a look at the Lego Ninjago movie in theaters today.
Go check it out.
6 young ninjas, Lloyd, Jay, Kai, Cole, Zane, and Nya, are tasked with defending their island home called Ninjago. They go around using their skills and awesome fleet of vehicles to fight villains and monsters, their most notable villain being the evil Lord Garmadon, who just so happens to also be Lloyd's father. Faced with constant backlash for being the son of an evildoer, Lloyd struggles with resentment towards his dad. When a threat even greater than Garmadon attacks the city, Lloyd embarks on a journey where he begins to reevaluate his relationship with his fellow ninjas and his evil father. Is Warner Brothers' third Lego-themed movie another big hit, or is the hype for Lego-themed movies officially dying down? For those of you that don't know, let me start off by saying that the Lego Ninjago movie is based off of the Lego Ninjago TV show, which has aired on Cartoon Network. And so a lot of the story and plot elements and characters and everything kind of come from that, but they do take it into a new direction and kind of add the Lego movie style of story into it. So let's go ahead and start off with the plot and story and our thoughts on that. Do you have anything that you want to start off with?
Well, to be honest, I started this movie with a lot of fun. I think the first third of this movie is really fun, and you know, I was like, wow, this is way better than what I expected it to be. But as the movie progressed, the movie for me started going more cheesy, more dramatic and slow, and all the fun from the beginning was slowly fading. By the point in the end, I was just like, can we go back to the beginning? You know?
For me, I think had the opposite kind of feeling where the story as a whole, I thought the story was really well done. I thought that there weren't any major plot holes. There was nothing that was done weirdly or out of place. There were a couple elements throughout the story that, you know, are a little bit cliche. However, I think the movie did it wasn't extremely bothersome to have those elements in the movie for me. At no point do I think it struggled with not being able to keep up with its plot lines. I think the plot, it had one main plot focus the entire movie, and it did a great job of keeping focused on that main plot point and at the same time having a couple entertaining side plots.
As someone who has never seen the film, I still felt like I understood the world. I didn't feel lost. I felt like everything was explained really well, so that for someone like me who has never seen the show, you feel like, you know, you're introduced to this world in a very natural way, and you don't feel like at any point like, oh, is that supposed to be like a reference? I don't get it. Now we'll talk about the characters. First, Lloyd.
AKA the Green Ninja. To start off with, Lloyd as our main character is a very well developed and drawn out character. We were very well introduced to his story at the beginning and were quickly made to feel for his position and understand what it is that he's going through. And most importantly, the movie makes us care about what's going to happen to him. And throughout the entire movie, he does maintain a very good progression, and he's a fun character to watch, and so I enjoyed watching him.
Well, for me, at the beginning, I think overall, he's the most likable character, I would say, but not for the entire movie.
Next up was the villain of the movie, which was Lord Garmadon. For a villain, he was pretty cool. I thought he was hilarious. He provided a lot of the comedy in the movie. And then I think the thing that really was just sold his character was this backstory and going into it, I knew he had to have a backstory. I just had never fully understood what it was going to be, but this character, they gave him a great backstory, great development throughout the movie, and it's believable too. Like, he stays true to his character nature throughout the entire movie, and so I enjoyed him. He's a fun villain to watch. If you enjoyed the Joker from Batman, I think you'd enjoy Garmadon as well. So.
Well, for me, Garmadon, like you said, it does have really good humor at some points. But for me, if you've seen the Lego Batman movie, Garmadon is literally Batman. They both have a weird voice.
Batman. No. Lloyd. I named you.
And they're both super sad and depressing.
Master Bruce, your greatest fear is...
Snakes?
No.
Clouds?
No. It's being a part of a family again.
I was being sarcastic! Every time I try and conquer Ninjago, that meddling green ninja thwarts me.
They just have that level of cheesiness. For me, I didn't like him because he was just so similar to Batman.
There was also kind of Garmadon's opposite, which was Uncle Sensei Wu, who's Lloyd's uncle. And he's kind of serves the role of the all-knowing, wise master. And his character is very funny. He also provides his little... he's voiced by Jackie Chan, so naturally Jackie Chan did a great job of adding an element to that.
Unbelievable.
They do a great job of poking fun at, the fact that he is supposedly the wise guy of the movie. And so, they make fun of the typical archetype that character has in movies like this. All around, he was really funny to watch, so.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like Jackie Chan did an amazing voice work for this film.
Moving on, in addition to those three main characters, we have the cast of the group of ninjas. So that includes Kai, Jay, Cole, Zane, and Nya. And we kind of lumped them together because that's their role in the movie. So this was one of the things that I was a little bit dissatisfied in terms of character development with these characters, is that these were characters that were big characters in the show. And regardless of that, even if it wasn't for the show, they just weren't given enough development in this movie. And because there was so many of them and there was such little time, and they were just, every scenes that they were in, they were all grouped together. It was always the 4 or 5 of them, and we never got to really see, I think my biggest qualm with their character development is that we never got to see them as individuals. We were just kind of shown their quirks and then expected to go with that throughout the entire movie. And so I kind of would have wanted to see more character development and a couple more plot ties. It didn't hurt the movie. You could still watch it and you still like the characters. It just, I could have used a bit more character development and time for us to see those, plot lines grow.
Okay, I feel exactly the same way as you. You have these 5 ninjas and you find out nothing about them, only their special power, and then they were there the entire film.
And it was like they all took turns being the comic relief, I think that's what it was. I mean, it was funny and I still enjoyed it. I just wish they would have had more character development into it, because we wanted to see more of these characters. So now we move on to the animation.
Well, for me, the animation always with the Lego films, for me, it's a really fun experience to go to those movies, especially for the animation, because it's always kind of like a game, kind of see what they're gonna come up with, For example, at one point they showed this school bus made out of Legos. I was like, well, that's interesting. I just like when they do those little jokes. But then for me, it's like they kind of took a step back compared to the first one, because the first one, everything was made out of Legos. But in this one, for example, the first one, even the water was made out of Legos. In this one, there were many things that were not made out of Legos. So for me, it's like, oh no, this is something that it's so unique of these films. And I'm not saying the rest is not great, because it's amazing. But I just wish they could I bet it's super expensive, but it's just something so interesting to see what they can come up with. So I wish they had done that more, definitely.
I thought the animation was, again, I think this time it transcended into, the animation was really beautiful.
Yeah.
I've seen all the other Lego movies and just again, their animation is always very stunning and beautiful, and just the amount of detail that they get when you see these close-up shots of the Lego characters themselves, and they've got the detail down to the grime on their hand from little scratches to the paint of the Lego itself. They have all these details down to the wire. And so that's why I think for me, it doesn't bother me as much when I see, because what I did notice is that compared to the other movies, I think this movie had the best scenery. I think they made the animation of their scenery and the locations, whether it was the city, the shot over the water, or the shots they had utilizing the water with the mountains and the places they would go on their quest. Like, the scenery of the movie was very beautifully animated, which was something that, you know, the Lego movies are not known for their scenery sometimes, but they're mostly known for like their details and like, like you said, we're saying the way they construct things. But with this movie, I felt like I was getting both. I was getting that detailed, amazing look at the animation of the Legos, and at the same time getting the beautiful whole picture of their scenery and the way they put everything together. And so it was such a satisfying feeling watching the animation of the movie. They did a great job. Go watch it, because you're in for a surprise when you go and watch it.
Oh yeah, definitely. The first 5 seconds, we're both like...
So our general thoughts now, you know, based off of all of that, for me, I loved the movie. I thought it was amazing. It was fun, it was enjoyable, it was clever, it had heart, it had emotion, and it was beautiful to look at, and at the same time, it surprised you halfway through. And I will just say that from the first 5 seconds going into it, we were already surprised at kind of what we were seeing, because we weren't expecting what it was going to do, and then we were more curious because we were like, okay, how are they going to do, like, how is this going to work? And you'll understand it if you go see it, I think, but definitely, I recommend it. I think you should definitely go watch this in theaters while it's still out. Go support the Lego Ninjago movie, because it was really good, and I enjoyed it, so.
Okay, now, what I think. Well, honestly, you know this about me, but I didn't like the first Lego movie, did not like the second one. It's just, for me, I know it's a style, and just because it's not my style doesn't mean it's bad. I am so aware of that. So if you do like the first 2 films, go ahead and watch this one, and I'm gonna tell you something. I actually like this one way better than the Batman one. Well, I don't know way better, but I definitely liked it better than the Batman one. And did I have fun? Yeah, I did have. Would I watch it again? Yeah, definitely, maybe once or twice. So it's not a perfect film, but I think it's definitely enjoyable and you should check it out.
Drum roll for Soul's rating, here we go.
6.5.
Hey! All right, drum roll for my rating. Woo! 8 out of 10. So definitely, if you want to go see the Lego Ninjago movie in theaters, we definitely recommend you go see it in theaters. It's out today, Friday, September 22nd. Be sure to leave a comment down below and tell us what you think of the Lego Ninjago movie. And if you want to see more reviews like this, hit that like button on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube for more Coog Cinema review content. Do you want to watch free movies? That's right, Soul, free movies. Well, all you have to do is go to coogtv.com/movies on demand, and basically, as long as you're on campus and you're using campus Wi-Fi, you can watch some of the latest movies that have come out for free.
It's actually really cool.
And so you can watch movies like the Lego Batman movie, Split is on there, so definitely go check that out if you're on campus. It's coogtv.com/on-demand.
Now, if you just can't wait to know all the details, us geeking out, and this is for me, the best way to analyze a movie is with the spoilers. Now, if you haven't seen it, go check it out, or just can't wait, just go check out our spoiler review video. It's so much fun. We'll analyze every detail, and it's gonna be fun. Go check it out.
To check out the long, full-length discussion video, click on the link in the description on our YouTube page. I'm your host, Kiyan Badkoubeh.
I'm Sol Carlos.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Isn't right.